Alright, what is going on? Welcome to the channel. Alright, special self-driving Tesla video for you guys here today. We are back here on Georgetown Pike. We are getting in, this is 12.3.4, and we are testing it out, getting onto the highway. So in this video, I'm going to show you some real challenges that normal people face. This is Friday afternoon, evening time. I mean, this is like usually rush hour, but hopefully it's a little light today. We are looking to basically get on to 495 at the end of this road. This is a really curvy, windy road that leads into our Capital Beltway. So we're about 1.5 miles away from it, so we can enjoy some of this nice nature preserve that we've got going on back here. And then I'm going to show you some more tedious driving, and this is normally parts where I take over, and I just feel like FSD doesn't do it quite, good enough. Maybe sometimes I get cut off by cars, so I'd rather just do it myself. So in this video, I'm gonna let FSD do the exit on getting onto the Beltway instead of me taking over, which I normally do. But with this update, I feel very confident that FSD can handle this. Now, if there's any kind of, safety critical reason, or if I just get really annoyed with FSD for the moves that it makes, I will take over. But hopefully we don't come to that point. So you can see that big left turn coming up here on the map, and that's where I'm talking about. That's where traffic picks up. That's where I get frustrated and I like to take over. But let's not take away from how amazing FSD is doing on this drive. Look at all the cars coming at me. Really narrow, windy roads back here. Some super sharp turns. Take a look at this turn. And the way FSD, old versions used to like slow down at the top of the hill and indicate right. And I like the way this one just proceeded. Look at this, with cars coming, it's really able to detect its trajectory, and it's very assertively, like putting itself where it needs to go. And yeah, not trying to take away from this drive whatsoever. But here we go. We're at the end of Georgetown Pike, at least where the 495 junction is. So we're gonna attempt now getting on to 495 and see how that goes. So this is usually, like I said, the part where I take over because I don't like the way FSD normally did it in the past. Not just that, this is also an area where lots of cars pile up. People are taking over people for no reason, and there's just a lot of inhumane stuff that goes on right in this area. If you're from this area, you can really get stuck over here, and then there's people in this lane that cut off. So we've got a pretty clear intersection, thankfully, today, which is kind of surprising at 5:15 on a Friday. But we're gonna let, so far no takeovers. We're gonna let FSD do the driving here. We're gonna see how it handles getting onto the highway and then merging onto the highway and then proceeding along like, anyone would. But again, this is the moments where I feel like, I don't like the computer driving, and I just let, the car do it. I mean, I'll just do it instead. So this time I'm actually letting the car do it, and we'll see how that goes. So here we go. And now shout out to Tesla, because as of today, I just read online that they officially dropped the price of FSD subscription from $199 to $99. So congratulations to anyone that was thinking about subscribing that hasn't tried it out yet. If you got a Tesla, give it a try for a month and see what you think. I think you will be very delighted and impressed on its capabilities, and see how it handles your day-to-day driving tasks. And yeah, now that it's gotten better, it's gotten cheaper. All right, so here we go, which is not anything I would have expected, to be honest. But how do you feel about someone who purchased it you know, in full with the car. I don't know. I mean, are they going to drop that 50%? Okay, so this is normally where I would take over, because sometimes I just feel like the car doesn't know what to do here. But notice how I have not done any takeovers, and the car is doing its thing. And this is where things get a little rocky, but it looks like FSD is being able to handle it. Nice job merging into the line of cars here. And this is the tough part now. Here we are, 495. Our Capital Beltway, and you notice major traffic first thing. Welcome to the DMV. That's something that we got to deal with over here. And yeah, so if anyone's listening to this from the Boring Company, please take a look at our area. Really nice job about switching lanes and figuring out where to go, and I like the way it did that. So now it's got me on the highway. It did all of the tedious parts for me. Now the most tedious part is right now, which is bumper to bumper traffic. And this is the best example I like to show people why Autopilot and FSD is useful. Not just useful, like blood pressure lowering. I mean, come on, like traffic sucks. And if the car can do it for you, then... And not just that, like, forget the whole, like, okay, it's easy for you aspect. It's safer. You've got 8 cameras versus your 2 eyes. Like, it can sense things coming that you cannot. So, with that alone, I mean, if you just look at the number of miles driven with FSD or Autopilot versus the number of miles driven with, you know, in ICE cars, there's probably a lot more accidents happening. Ooh, look at this lane change. Very nice lane change. Getting me right in between the 2 trucks there. Like how FSD just goes for it. And if it knows it has that clearing, it takes it. But yeah, like I was saying, you know, it's a lot of statistics out there about, you know, the number of accidents that occur. You know, so I think, you know, they said it was like a lot less miles per accident for FSD. So here we go with the lane change. So less accidents occur in less miles, is what I'm trying to say. Sorry. Here we go with the additional lane change. So I've got it in assertive mode, so it is looking to get far left. But I really like how FSD did its thing, getting me onto the highway. Did a really nice job, you know, blending in with traffic. And now it's hard to tell, you know, is this a computer driving, is this me driving? And if I feel like at any point I can just take over here, but this is boring traffic, so this is where I like the car to drive. And yeah, it does a really good job at that. So if you find yourself having roads like this for your commute, you know, maybe consider $99 a month. I wonder if they're going to drop the price of enhanced Autopilot. Drop a comment below. You see the price of FSD one-time fee going down from $12,000 maybe back to like $7,500, maybe $6,000. Who knows? Comment below. Hit that like button if you did enjoy this video. 0 takeovers. And make sure you subscribe to the channel for more. Thanks again for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.